Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Hey everyone, great afternoon. Happy Wonderful Wellness Wednesday. It is your girl, and welcome to the Uterus Bar. If you are new joining in, thank you for coming and hanging out with me. And if you are returning, welcome back, family. So I hope you had a great weekend. And I just want to tell everyone that we had a great time on the, we had a women's health support group. So it was our very first one last month, and it went really, really good. So thank you to all the amazing ladies that came, and for the lovely ladies that wanted to attend, don't worry. Okay. We have another one coming, and it's going to be Saturday, February 22nd. The times is going to be from 2 to 4 at Lola's Louisiana Kitchen. Not only will you have some great food, a couple cocktails, but you get to, be around amazing women that are going through the same thing that you are going through, and will be able to share and love on you. What those issues are, common reproductive concerns. Okay. So we'll love to have you. If you can't come this month, don't you worry. We're going to be having this every month. Okay. So we want to make sure we love on you. So those women that have PCOS, ovarian cysts, menopause, horrible cramps, abdominal pain, constipation, right? Bloating, all of these different things that we have as a woman. So we would love to have you and be able to love on you guys. And guess what? We have that tea, Artisha's blossoming womb tea that helps with all those issues that we talked about. And we have that Let Them Flow lymphatic tea. Okay, we're getting rid of those toxins. Let's go ahead and sip, sip, sip. And let me tell y'all, the tea is going to be popping hot. And we also have the book. And you guys can get these amazing items on 208lymphatics.com. All right, you guys, I want to talk to you guys about a couple different things. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about foods that your vagina craves. Okay. Food that your vagina craves. So as we know, it's really important to make sure that the environment down below is happy. Because if it's not happy, now you have different things that are going to be disruptive. So, of course, like I told you guys, I am the information giver. Okay. I'm the storyteller. Okay. And I'm also your advocate. All right. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this. So the foods that we eat can throw the smell of our vagina off. It can throw the taste of our vagina off. It could do so many different things. Okay. So we want to make sure that, again, the vagina is happy. So here we go. So the smell of your vagina your vagina should cleanse itself naturally. But if you notice a stark difference in your vagina, so the odor, then there could be something abnormal going on. So strong odors, itching and irritation, and unusual discharge, ladies, are all signs of a problem. So some of you guys are just out there walking around and thinking that this is not a problem, or thinking that, you know what, this has been going on and this is just my normal smell, or this is normal. You guys, it is not normal. Okay. It is not. So the discharge, it can be green, it could be yellow, it could be, mixed with menstrual blood. That is, a lot of this stuff is not normal, ladies, and we're just walking around just walking around with the smell and things like that. I am going to be your big sis to tell you that it's not normal. Okay. So that's why I'm going to talk to you guys about these different foods that's going to make your life and your vagina better down south. Okay. So the foods such as yogurt. So in addition to helping you reach your daily quota of calcium and vitamin D, yogurt is plentiful source of beneficial bacteria that is healthy for your vagina. And we're not talking about the blueberry yogurt or strawberry yogurt. We're talking about Greek plain yogurt. Now, let me tell you a trick too. Now, for those that have experienced having yeast infections, if you get, let's say like a tampon applicator, take the tampon out, but get an applicator and put the yogurt inside, you can do yogurt pops. And the yogurt pops, what happens is once it freezes, you insert and let the ingredients in there start killing out that bad bacteria. That's another thing that you can do. Okay. So you'll thank me later, ladies. So here we go. Varieties that contain a bacteria called lactobacillus. So this is what they're talking about. And also acidophilus may help keep the pH of your vagina in an acidic range. So driving down the risk of yeast and other types of infection, you guys. So I'm telling you guys, this does work. So really just beef up on the yogurt. Start eating it every day. A couple of spoonfuls, you guys. It's going to really help. Nuts and seeds. Okay. No, we're not talking about the busta nut. We are talking about nuts and seeds that we actually eat. So eating a healthy diet rich in fatty acids may aid in producing additional vaginal lubrication. So raw pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds. Oh, I love sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds too. And fish, especially salmon, mackerel, and tuna are great choices that are high in fatty acids. They talk about ginger tea. So, a study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine found that ginger was just as effective as ibuprofen for relieving painful period-related cramps. Ginger is well known for anti-inflammatory properties, so it may work to quell cramps similar to common drugs. Though the study focused on ginger capsules, it can't hurt to try adding fresh ginger, okay, to your diet. Ginger is also good when I think about having fresh ginger, like when you have nausea. I don't know if you guys ever had ginger chews. Those are good for nausea too, but fresh ginger is really, really good, you guys, to add to your diet. They're saying whip up a cup of ginger tea by adding 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger root to the water and letting it steep for 15 minutes before straining. Sweet potatoes are rich in beta carotene and vitamin A, which can help strengthen and protect uterine walls. These nutrients have been shown to have direct effects on fertility and reproduction in both men and women, as well as support healthy fetal development. Garlic. Now, I love garlic. I absolutely loved garlic. It used to be this restaurant. Oh my gosh. I think it was called the Stinking Rose in LA, you guys. Everything was garlic. Even the ice cream was garlic, and it was really, really good, but I left out of there with bad garlic breath, but it was still yummy. And I like to have just a garlic clove, honestly, a day, because it really acts as almost like an antibiotic. So garlic contains a compound called psyllium, which is known to be antimicrobial. Garlic has been shown to have positive effects on immunity and heart health. And speaking of heart health, you guys, happy heart month, not just love month, but happy heart month. Okay. As well as other health conditions. It's also known to slow the growth of candida fungus, which is yeast, you guys, that causes yeast infections, while you should never insert garlic into your vagina. Eating more of the potent herb can help maintain vaginal balance. You guys, I have a confession to make. So it says you're not supposed to insert garlic into your vagina. Let me tell you. So back in the day, yes, I used to get these different like UTIs and these yeast infections and things like that, right? So I was like, okay, what can I actually do? So that's why I know about the actual yogurt pops. And I was like, okay, now what can I do? I can insert garlic. Oh man, this will kill off the bad yeast. Y'all, I put the garlic in, and when I tell you, I was rolling around like, this got to come out. This got to come out. But I ended up finding a better way. Talk about burning. Listen, but that yeast was gone. Now, the cheesecloth, what I did not realize is I was supposed to have the cheesecloth I was supposed to put the garlic inside the cheesecloth and then insert it in. I figured out the trick now. But y'all, I'm telling you, you live and you learn, and that was horrible. But that candida was gone. Now, moving forward. So, cranberries. Oh, I love cranberries. So, cranberries are full of antioxidants and acidic compounds, which are powerful infection fighters that can help keep bacteria from adhering to the bladder wall. So a study in the American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology found that women who take cranberry juice, or the cranberry juice peel equivalent to 2 8-ounce servings of cranberry juice for 6 weeks after a gynecologic surgery reduced the rate of UTI occurrence by half. So just make sure to stay away from sugar-loaded cranberry juice varieties. That's what I want to say. So some people are like, oh, I drink cranberry juice, but just make sure you look at the back to make sure, hey, how much sugar is it? Make sure it is raw, pure, I would say organic cranberry juice, okay? Which can actually make things worse down there. So if it's full of sugar, or if you're just eating everything with sugar, guess what, you guys? The yeast infection gain is knocking down below, and that is very uncomfortable to have that. Dark chocolate. Oh, I love dark chocolate too, by the way. Chocolate with greater than 70% of cocoa content is high in beneficial antioxidant compounds called flavonoids. So chocolate also contains, let's see if we get this word right, methylxanthines, I think I'm saying it right, which are believed to boost libido. Women who eat at least a square of dark chocolate daily report, I need to start doing this. Listen to this, you guys. Daily report increased desire and better overall sexual function. Ooh, let's sip on that tea. Wow. All right. Come on, dark chocolate, come through. All right. So let me talk to you about the foods that your vagina hates. Okay. Now, and it can upset the balance below. White bread. Eating foods high in refined carbohydrates, including white bread, white rice, can put you at risk for bacteria vaginosis or yeast infections. These foods raise your blood sugar, which creates a prime environment for harmful bacteria, to thrive. Sugar, similar to eating foods high in sugar, can change the pH of your vagina, you guys. So allowing for an overgrowth of yeast and other infections causing organisms. Alcohol may worsen menstrual cramps, and studies have linked even a limited intake of alcohol to increase breast cancer risks. Wow. Now, overall, we want to aim to eat a balanced diet, with fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and high proteins. A balanced diet, you guys, makes for a healthy body that includes your vagina. I know I said a mouthful, but we want to make sure that our vagina below, we want to make sure we keep her healthy and happy, because when she's upset and angry, everybody knows. So again, ladies, please make sure that you take good care of the hygiene. Your hygiene below, it it's going to do your body really, really good. Okay. Definitely. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys. Got a couple other different things I wanted to talk to you guys about. Here we go. 11 health tests every woman should know. So we know about going to go, in October. Well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we know about, okay, this is something that we need to do to get your mammogram done. Okay. So we know we need to do that. But there's other different tests that we need as women to make sure that we are functioning properly. Okay. And our labs are together. And we need to make sure that we are advocating for ourselves. 2025, you guys, this is no more time to play with your health. Your health is very important. Okay. I'm going to say it again, 2025 and moving forward, start advocating for your health, because the doctors are not going to do it. No one else is going to do it. It's your body. It's your voice. Your health matters. Okay. So I wanted to go over these 11 tests and what you should be aware of. So here we go. Fibroids. So if you are experiencing symptoms like prolonged menstrual cycles, excessive bleeding, and severe menstrual cramps, it could be uterine fibroids, okay? And the fibroids can be diagnosed through a routine pelvic exam, and your doctor may order a blood panel and imaging such as an ultrasound. So that's the number one test. Number two, pap smears, okay? Some providers will tell you, oh, you know what? You had your pap smear. Oh, everything was normal. You come back in three years. I've even heard of 5 years. And then when you go back, now you have something going on that it could have been caught earlier. So early detection is really, really important. Last month, we celebrated, uterine cancer month. So January, that was uterine cancer month. Now this month is cancer month, also heart month. And if I'm not missing, I believe HIV month too, if I'm not mistaken. You guys go get tested. These are the tests that we want to make sure that we are in the clear for. So pap smear. A pap smear test for various women's health conditions, including HPV and cervical cancer. This test is performed every 3 to 5 years for women. See, I'm telling you, you want to still go every year, you guys. And they're saying that ages between 21 to 65 years of age. Pap smear tests screen for abnormalities and lower the risk of developing cancer. Pelvic exam. Pelvic exams are performed to make certain that women's reproductive system is healthy. So during a pelvic exam, the doctor checks the vagina, cervix, and fallopian tubes, vulva, ovaries, and uterus. Now, I know it's uncomfortable to go get a pelvic exam. No one really wants to go and just open their legs up like that. That's just uncomfortable, okay? But you got to think about it. If we are opening our legs to having sexual intercourse, we need to be opening our legs to getting this pelvic exam and these pap smears to make sure that we are good to go, ladies. It's really, really important. So some doctors perform a pelvic exam during a routine pap smear, but however, you can request a pelvic exam at any time if you notice changes, you guys, in your menstruation, painful during sexual intercourse, abdominal pain or cramping, difficulty emptying your bladder, frequent urination, chronic constipation. So a pelvic exam can diagnose endometriosis, you guys, okay? Uterine fibroids and adenomyosis. So if you are diagnosed with uterine fibroids or adenomyosis, it's important to see a interventional radiologist who can conduct further tests, you guys, like ultrasound or MRI. And they can go to locate and be able to treat the condition. Mammograms, okay? This is so important. Mammograms are recommended for women between the ages of 40 and 50. However, if you have an increased risk for breast cancer in your family, your doctor may recommend getting tested earlier and more frequently. Mammogram tests use low energy X-rays to examine a woman's breast. The X-ray can pick up masses through the test. I had my mammogram done, I believe it was October of last year. I also had my pap smear done October 2, and everything, thank God, came back normal. But I have lost family members to breast cancer, and may they continue resting in power. So again, you guys, we want to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to make sure our health is together. Mammograms, breast cancer awareness is just not in October. That's, I think people think it's just in October. No, we want to make sure that we are getting these tests done. Skin exams. Now listen to this. Skin exams vary from each person depending on how often you're exposed to harmful UV rays. Even if you're not out in the sun very long, women should track the changes in moles to prevent skin cancer like melanoma. Check your body, you guys, with you stand in the mirror, check and see, okay, hey, or a hand mirror and see what's going on. See if you have new moles. See if the moles that you have on your body are growing in size. So it's really important. Especially when you're getting in and out the shower. So it's important to check yourself monthly. It's the same thing when we're talking about mammograms. Like we're in the shower, we want to make sure that we are, feeling for any type of nodules. We're doing it. We're making sure we're feeling for any type of nodules. Make sure you're in the shower and you're doing this. You want to do this daily, you guys. It's so important. We love you. You want to make sure that you are continuing to actually thrive. Okay. And especially in spots you may not see every day, like your back or behind your neck. Okay. So want to make sure that you're looking for those different things. Diabetes screening. Okay. Doctors recommend a type 2 diabetes screening for adults 35 to 70. For individuals who have an increase in BMI, body mass index, diabetes blood tests are recommended every 3 years. And 2 tests are used to screen for type 2 diabetes: fasting plasma glucose, they're talking about, and oral glucose tolerance tests. Number 7, physical exam, including blood pressure and cholesterol. So, sharing your period symptoms with your doctor, you guys, is essential for early diagnosis and treatment of fibroids for you guys. It's important that if your doctor suspects fibroids, you can visit a interventional radiologist for an ultrasound for an accurate diagnosis of the size of location in these benign tumors. So we talked about that, and let's go further. Physical exams, and one of the most important, yearly tests. This is a good time to update your medical records, ask your doctor questions, and change in medication. I want to say something really quick. A lot of times we go to the doctor and we forget, like, oh my gosh, we're supposed to, they may ask, when was your last menstrual period? You're guesstimating. You don't really know because you haven't written it down. Or when's the last time you had a mammogram? Maybe you forgot. Or do you have your labs with you? Or what type of medication you're taking? We're so busy and we don't take care of ourselves. Start jotting these things down, because again, who can better advocate for yourself than you? You know your body. You know these different things that you've gone through. Make sure you have everything in hand when you go to the doctor. So when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready because you have everything in hand. So it's really important to have those, okay? And changing medications. If you change your medication, these are things that your provider needs to know. If you change the pharmacy, they need to know that so they can send the proper medication or a new prescription there. Request a mental health exam or treatment, schedule important tests, and get crucial vaccinations. So doctors typically start measuring your blood pressure and cholesterol when you turn 18. Did you guys know that? And make sure when you have labs, make sure to have your provider go through each and every one of those labs to where you can understand it properly. Okay? Not just, okay, this was normal or this was abnormal. Have them go through that. You're paying for that 40-minute slot that they may only spend a certain amount of time with you. Now, speaking of, I have had the beautiful pleasure of taking care of my mom. She is doing better now, but we went to her doctor's appointment. It was a cardiology appointment just to make sure everything was good because she was in the hospital or whatnot. And thank God she's doing better now. And we got there on time. She filled out the paperwork previously before, we went back to the back, and the medical assistant did her vitals and everything. And I said, okay, how long do you think it's going to take? She's like, oh, no, not that long. So mind you, her appointment was at 9:15. So when the doctor came, it was like 51. The doctor comes in and he's like, oh, yes. How are you doing? He's checking her heart. She's, letting him know, hey, I have these little nodules behind like my leg, because we have blood clots that run in our family. So, and she's telling him about it. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah. We'll just monitor that. Are you feeling like it's swelling? No. She's like, no. So he pretty much kind of like bypassed that. And when I tell you guys, we were in there for all of 3 minutes, only 3 minutes. And I was like, are you kidding me? And they're going to bill that. I know. I cannot wait to see how much that bill is going to be, but just 3 minutes. So this is what I'm saying. Get all your questions answered. Okay. Get all your questions answered. Make sure that you're not feeling rushed, and make sure that you are being heard. But I tell you guys, that was the longest, quickest visit that we were in, and we were like, wait, what is this? I thought I would share that with you guys. Now, this is also good. It's also a good time to measure the pulse, weight, risk for fibroids and other diseases, and overall health. Number 8, colon cancer screening. Okay. The number of people affected by colon cancer has increased significantly. A colonoscopy is a test performed so the doctor, you guys, can look into the colon for polyps or cancer. This is something that I need to get screened for, because my father's mother's mom passed away from colon cancer. And so it's saying here that doctors recommend both men and women to get screened at the age of 50. But because it's a history, and I'll be 42, fabulously young, this Saturday. So I need to go get those things checked out, you guys. So the doctor can remove polyps or the tissue for examination during the procedure. Number 9, osteoporosis and bone density screening. Screening for osteoporosis helps to estimate the density of your bones and likelihood of breaking a bone. So as we're getting older, or how can I put aging like fine wine, you guys, we want to make sure that we're able to still be able to move around and know that our bones are not going to break. Okay. So bone density, that test is typically recommended for the hip and spine. A DEXA scan, that's how we call it, a dual energy X-ray absorptiometry machine, is used to diagnose osteoporosis and determine your risk. Women should get a bone density test usually by age 65, and that test usually go to the OBGYN, and they usually can order it. Number 10, you guys, STD and STI screening. Definitely was not going to leave this out. Reproductive health is important for women of all ages. You can prevent the spread of harmful STDs and STIs, sexually transmitted infections, diseases, and infections by getting screening yearly. All women planning to get pregnant or are pregnant are recommended to be screened for HIV as well. Okay. Number 11. Okay. Thyroid tests. Doctors typically recommend women undergo a thyroid screening if they are 60 years or older. Women planning to get pregnant are also recommended to have their thyroid checked for abnormalities, you guys. These tests for an overactive thyroid are called T3, T3RU, T4, and TSH. You guys have probably heard of the TSH more than the other ones. So having an overactive thyroid can lead to serious health concerns like extreme weight loss or irregular heartbeats. Okay. So this is the thing, you guys, your health is truly like in your hands. Okay. Your health is in your hands. So with these tests that I've given to you, jot them down, start thinking about like, oh my gosh, you know what? Hey, I've hit the age of 50 or I hit the age of 65, I hit the age of 21, I hit the age of 40. You need to make sure that you take good care of yourself because yes, your health is truly in your hands. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, you guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about PCOS and what to look for if you're experiencing these different symptoms. Stay tuned and I will see you back.
It's your main man 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
I had to choose on these big moves. She chose on me. No duck goose. Meditation to the mind while I'm making moves. Tunnel vision to the grind. No, I will not lose. And I'ma put you on, stick to myself, and I'ma be in my zone. Baby, what do you want? She wanna ride my wave, and I'ma play it safe. Can we be on go? Can we hustle and flow? Gotta keep my mind clear, gotta stay away from stress. If we dress to impress, you can hop in my ride. Understand where we at, we gotta stay on track and hold each other's back. If you just hop on my wave, we'll be okay. You are the question and I am the answer. With you, my baby, my heart beats faster. I'm just here to change your life. You're as sharp as a knife. Smoking spinach with my olive oil. Yeah, I planted the seed in the soil. But what did I plant to be raw? We gotta stay healthy. No, we can't get spoiled. We are the truth and there are no rules. You a ruby, baby, you're a jewel. And I know love is easy, yeah. I need you to believe me, yeah. I knew you was gonna be my girl. Let me take you away from this world. This world.
E-Class Consulting. It's owned and operated by Carice, providing tools, training, and resources that are sure to make you and your business even more successful. We are staffed with a marketing, credit, tax, and a real estate consultant. E-Class Consulting also provides a temporary admin service called E-Class Admins. Want to book an appointment with E-Class Consulting? Call 702-518-3002 or email book@eclassconsulting.com. E-Class Consulting, navigating you to greatness.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hey, you guys, if you are just joining us, we just had a quick break. Welcome back, family, if you're not new. And if you are new, welcome on in. Okay. I want to go ahead and we're going to talk about PCOS. But before I do that, how can I forget? Happy Black History Month. Okay. I want to go ahead and sing that to y'all. All right. And if you want to know what I'm drinking on, sip, sip, sip. I'm drinking on that Let Flow lymphatic tea, getting all those toxins out. And I'll be drinking on this tonight, which is Artisha's Blossoming Wound Tea. You can get both of those on 208lymphatics.com. Now, how many of you guys have ever heard of PCOS? Or maybe you were told by a physician that you have PCOS and you're like, well, what the heck is that? And how did I get it and get it away? So I wanted to talk to you guys about what is PCOS. It's called polycystic ovarian syndrome. And it is common. It's a common condition, you guys, that affects your hormones, and it causes irregular menstrual periods. It can cause excessive hair growth. So I'm talking about growth where you're looking in the mirror, it's like, oh my gosh, where did this come from? And I'm not talking about just a peach fuzz here. I'm talking about underneath here, just hairy all over, and acne, and also infertility. Okay. Treatments for PCOS depends on if you wish to become pregnant, and people with PCOS may be higher risk for certain health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. Now, what is polycystic ovarian syndrome? So it is a hormonal imbalance that occurs when your ovaries, the organ that produces and releases eggs, create excess hormones. So if you have PCOS, your ovaries produce unusual high levels of hormones called androgens. This causes your reproductive hormones to become imbalanced. And as a result, people with PCOS may often have irregular menstrual cycles. Sometimes you can miss your period and unpredictable ovulation. So small follicle cysts, they're filled fluid sacs with immature eggs, may be visible on your ovaries or ultrasound due to a lack of ovulation, or we call it an ovulation. So however, despite the name polycystic, you don't need to have cysts on your ovaries to have PCOS. The ovarian cysts aren't dangerous or painful. So with this being said, you guys, when you have these different symptoms, like we talked about before, it is your duty to advocate for yourself. Track your symptoms, track things that you are going through, because you're living in your body, not the doctor. And then you could be able to share and give them the information that they need to be able to help you and to be able to hear your concerns. PCOS is one of the most common causes of infertility in women and people assigned female at birth, which we call AFAB. It can also increase your risk of other health conditions. So your healthcare provider can treat PCOS based on your symptoms and if you wish to become pregnant. So what age does PCOS start? So women and people, AFAB can get PCOS anytime after puberty. So most people are diagnosed in their early 20s or 30s, and when they're trying to get pregnant. So maybe you didn't know that you have PCOS, and now you and your partner are like, okay, hey, let's go ahead and it's time to blow baby dust. And you're like, okay, what's going on? Okay, this is why, what something is going on. You go to the doctor and they tell you, hey, this is what this is. So you may have a higher chance of getting PCOS if you have obesity, or if people in your biological family have PCOS. And so PCOS, you guys, is common. Up to 15% of women and people AFAB of reproductive age have PCOS. And so these are the symptoms and causes of PCOS, and these are the signs of polycystic ovarian syndrome. So take notes, ladies. Irregular periods. So abnormal menstruals involving missing periods or not having a period at all. It may also involve heavy bleeding during periods. Abnormal hair growth. You may grow excessive facial hair, okay? Or like heavy growth under your arms, your chest, okay? And abdomen. And we call that, the medical term is hirsutism. And so this affects about 70% of people with PCOS. And we're talking about the abnormal hair growth. Acne, especially on your back, chest, or face. This acne may continue past your teenage years and may be difficult to treat. Okay. Obesity. So between 40% and 80% of people with PCOS have obesity and have trouble maintaining weight that's healthy for them. Darkening of the skin. You may get patches of dark skin, especially in the folds of your neck, armpits, or groin area. So that's between the legs and under your breasts. This is known as acanthosis nigricans. I think I'm saying it right. Forgive me if I'm badgering it. Cyst. Many people with PCOS have ovaries that appear larger or with many follicles. Egg sac cysts on ultrasound. Skin tags. Skin tags are little flaps, you guys, of extra skin that they're often found in your armpits or on your neck. Thinning hair. People with PCOS may lose patches of hair on their head or start to bald. Infertility. PCOS is the most common cause of infertility in people. AFAB, or not ovulating regularly or frequently, can result in not being able to conceive. So these are questions that women do have. Can I have PCOS but not have any symptoms? Yes. So it's possible to have PCOS and not have any symptoms. Many people don't even realize that they have this condition until they have trouble getting pregnant or they're gaining weight for unknown reasons. And it is possible to have mild PCOS symptoms and that aren't severe enough for you to notice. Okay. So what is the main cause of PCOS? So the exact, and I know people are like, oh my gosh, they never know anything, but the exact cause of PCOS is unknown. And there's evidence that genetics play a role. Several other factors may importantly be obesity also play a role in causing PCOS. So they do know higher levels of male hormones called androgens, high androgen levels prevent your ovaries from releasing eggs, which causes irregular menstrual cycles. Irregular ovulation can also cause small filled fluid sacs to develop on your ovaries. And high androgen also causes acne and excess hair growth in women and people with AFAB. We talk about insulin resistance. And so that's an increase in insulin levels causing your ovaries to make and release male hormones. Okay. Increased male hormones suppresses ovulation, you guys, and contributes to other symptoms of PCOS. Wow. That was a tongue twister and a whole mouthful. I told you guys, information is free 99 and I'm giving it to you. And so if you thought that you may have had, or you're thinking you may have PCOS, maybe this relates to you. If you do have PCOS, then you know this information. It is true. And continue to be an advocate for yourself. Okay. So insulin helps your body process glucose, which is sugar, and it's used for energy. Insulin resistant means your body doesn't process insulin correctly. So this is leading to high glucose levels in your blood. Now, so not all individuals with insulin resistance have elevated glucose or diabetes, but insulin resistance can lead to diabetes. Having overweight or obesity can also contribute to insulin resistance. So an elevated insulin level, even if your blood glucose is normal, can indicate insulin resistance. Now, you guys, if you do have PCOS, try to figure out different ways in terms of like your diet, which you can do to help you with that, to help with your the increase of the insulin. Here's talking about low-grade inflammation. People with PCOS tend to have chronic low-grade inflammation. Your healthcare provider can provide the different tests that measure the levels of CRP, which is C-reactive protein, and white blood cells, which can indicate the level of inflammation in your body. So, can PCOS, you guys, cause miscarriage? Here, this is what they're talking about. Having PCOS may increase your risk for certain pregnancy complications. Although most people, AFAB with PCOS, are able to successfully carry a pregnancy, so it's not just all gloom and doom, but other complications of PCOS related to pregnancy include increased risk of gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, high blood pressure, preterm birth, so birth before 37 weeks of pregnancy, or C-section delivery due to obesity, diabetes, or high blood pressure. You guys, we are going to just stop right there because next week I'm going to go over the diagnosis and tests, okay, that how you get diagnosed with PCOS, okay? So let me tell you what can actually also help with your PCOS symptoms. The Artisha's womb blossoming tea that actually helps with that, with hormones, help to be able to balance out your hormones as well. If you have any questions, you guys, no question is too big or too small. If you want to be a guest on the Uterus Bar radio show, please reach out to me at the Uterus Bar at hot7025fm.com. And we would love to have you on here to be able to share your stories, any type of reproductive concerns that you have. Let's get this conversation going. And again, in the year 2025 is your year to advocate for yourself. Get your teas. Okay, Artisha's blossoming womb tea. Get the Let Your Lymph Flow lymphatic tea, and also the Uterus book, you guys, at 208lymphatics.com. And you can find me at the hottest radio station in Viva Las Vegas, Hot 702.5 FM, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. PST time. Until then, be blessed, you guys. Bye.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot 7025fm.com.